I hate the term anchor baby because it's not a real thing. There is absolutely no policy or application in the United States that allows you to apply for residency or citizenship just because you have a child that's born in the US. The two pathways that even involve having a child are very complicated. One is cancellation of removal. You have to first have 10 years of presence in the US, which on it by itself is very complicated how you define that 10 years. You have to have good moral character, and then you have to have a child, parent, or spouse that is a resident or citizen that would face extreme hardship if you were removed from the United States. So it has to be like some kind of medical condition, some kind of educational disability. It can't just be that you had a child. The cases that I've handled in that situation, the child would have spina bifida, for example. The other pathway is to have that child file a petition for you, which they cannot do until they're 21. And if you had an unlawful entry into the US, the petition is useless. There is a waiver that some people use to forgive an unlawful entry in the US. Unfortunately, you need a qualifying relative for that waiver. A child is not a qualifying relative. I have more things that I want to say about this guy in consideration of the fact that he is I'm going to say he's anti-immigrant. He would probably say that he's in favor of a merit-based immigration system, but that on face does not make sense to me. And I'll tell you why in another video. But he's married to a woman who is the child of immigrants who benefited from immigration policies that he appears to be against. I say appears because no matter how much I read his stance, I can't make a lot of sense of it. And I moonlight a lot in anti-immigrant Facebook groups because I try to understand the rhetoric and where they're coming from. But it is very hard to get them to pinpoint a particular definition about certain things that they say. So I'm going to be back with more about him and his anti-immigrant policies.